Someone asked me how to become more self-confident. I have really low esteem, especially in regard to my outer appearance. So when I thought about this problem, I think it's quite common among people. That's why I decided to address this issue in this video. If you look at the origins of the problem, we start entertaining such thoughts during our teenage. If you look at young children, they are very happy. They don't have any thoughts or worry about their outer appearance. How do I look like in front of others? They're just happy, enjoying their life. They are not so self-conscious. So many things to learn from these young children. Then the question comes, why this happy, boisterous child becomes this depressed, sad adult? If we don't understand this problem during our teenage, we will have to bear it throughout our life. So what are the symptoms of low self-esteem? Among girls, the effort to gain people's attention, especially of opposite sex. Among the boys, trying to sleep with as many women as possible to gain some reputation. And even after becoming a married, settled down person, they would invest huge amount of money in luxurious items to just prove their worth. So this problem, which starts in adolescent years, needs to be addressed at that time. Otherwise, it will just continue throughout our lifetime and cause many problems. But I would like to say both to teenagers and adults that it is possible to resolve this problem completely. So in order to understand it, we need to think about this process. You are a unhappy child, and then you have to transform into this serious adult, and this is a huge process. So many changes are involved, and in the middle you are a teenager, and the process has not completed yet, but you don't know that. You haven't seen the ultimate product, and you think, oh, I'm not really good enough. And that creates this low esteem. So let's take an example of a famous artist studio. You are visiting this person and you think, oh, this painting doesn't look nice. There are no colors. He's just using black and white. If you say such criticism, it doesn't make any sense because the painting is not completed. In the same way, if you judge yourself, it's not doesn't make sense. And by not accepting yourself, when you evaluate something not completed, you come up with irrational judgment. But even after becoming an adult, you still have so much room for improvement. So all this process, all these changes need to be accepted as they are. Please accept yourself as you are. I want to encourage you from a Bible. From Philippians 1:6, it says, the one who had started good works in you shall perfect them in the day of Jesus Christ. What does it mean? God has started something wonderful in you. He is making you. And in the eyes of God, you are perfect. You have the perfect design. So you are progressing towards that perfection. That is your life. Please accept it as it is. It is beautiful, in the making. You are a beautiful work in progress. Please judge yourself accurately and truthfully. Look at your hands. 5 fingers, 10 in total, but look around what you have been able to accomplish. Think about your brain, think about your body, the wonderful functions that are carried out. And if you evaluate so low, who are you evaluating? You are rejecting the perfect God. Remove that thought because it's not rational. We will work on an exercise to address that. Now, meanwhile, I would like to encourage you from 1 Corinthians 3:9. We are partners with God. You are the building that God is making, or the field that God is cultivating. So, what does it mean? You are invited by a great artist who says, please tell your design. I'm making your life. Tell me what you want. What colors would you choose? So you have the choice to choose your life. Isn't it wonderful? And you have that choice every day. Every day is new. There is a book in the Bible which is called Lamentations. Can you imagine a more dreadful name for the book? And it says, oh, you have been hitting me again and again. The people are laughing at me. You have given me bitter herbs to eat. So when I would read these verses to myself and I'd cry, my life was like that. And if you go and read through the verses, you sigh and you are so unhappy, and then suddenly you start thinking and you realize. Lamentations 3:22 and 23. God's mercies never fail. Every morning they are brand new. That is what God said. What does it mean? Every morning God gives us a new opportunity. So I would like to continue our talks with an exercise. Let's suppose someone has said something negative about you, or you yourself also pronounce some negative judgment about your life. It becomes like a curse, and you need to reverse it. You don't need a monk or some other person to remove it. You have caused it, you can remove it. But think about it. You are created in the image of God. And look how powerful are your tongue. Please understand it. Because God has used His words to bring this world into being. In the same way, we can create our life by our words. Write down those negative things. And then, in a column next to it, write something opposite to it. If somebody said you are foolish, write you are wise. That is true. Think about your brain. It's much better than of any animal. Human brain is such a beautiful creation. Let's accept it. In addition to that, if you think that such a healthy brain, such thinking abilities are foolishness, how would you call brain damaged people? This is where our attitude starts. The isolation and discrimination against those people start from this kind of attitude. Please get rid of it. On the other hand, in our character, maybe there are certain traits that we could develop. For example, I'm not very good taking care of myself and my home. Well, let's write it down. Okay, I'm not very good at that. Then I'm good at that. In the opposite, at the next column, write it down. Even though you are not that good. That's what God did. In Romans 4:17, God said, I being dead to life, I call the non-existent into being. That is the God in whose image we are created. What do you need in your life? What do you lack? If it is success, write it on the board and put it there in front of your eyes. Success, health, miracles, write them down. and attract them into your life. If you don't want to make this kind of vision board, you can use your notebooks. Just write them down in one column to another. Write all those negative things and then put the good things. If people are saying you are not good looking, right? I'm beautiful. You are beautiful. That is the truth. Of course, it's possible to enhance your beauty, like having a good diet, having a healthy body enhances your beauty. Do that, please. So if you want to maintain healthy skin, good looking skin, hydrate yourself. If you are doing that, that's very good. If you are refusing alcohol and tobacco, that's very good. You can even swear on oath against that. And when we are eating also, if you want to refuse all the fried things, okay, please do that. If you prefer some domestically grown crops, vegetables, fruits, very good. Please do that. You are already beautiful. Accept that. Tell the truth. If somebody is saying you are not very good looking, that is not true. Because God has created us beautiful. So let's not think so low about God's creation. If we are not able to see the beauty of that person, we need to fix our own eyes. Because in any person there is beauty. That's why sometimes a girl or a boy would fall in love with another and you wonder, what's the beauty? Why they are so crazy about this ordinary looking person? But in the eyes of that person, that girl or that boy is amazing. So we need to have eyes that can see the amazing things and enjoy them. And that enhances your happiness. And I bless you to have such eyes. And write down the positive affirmations in your notebook and pronounce them loudly. And that will build your self-confidence. And please provide any feedback on the changes. For me, this affirmation exercise created some wonderful results because, when my child was brain damaged, I thought, okay, so this is the end of my happy life. Now I'm going down and down until I die. But that is not true. And if I don't address this thought, I'm going to worship it, I'm going to think again and again, and I would believe it. And that becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So instead of pronouncing such negative things over my life, I started pronouncing the good things, positive things. Okay, my daughter cannot see, cannot sit, cannot walk. And if I treat it in a negative way, okay, but she cannot do that much, and I list all the things that she cannot do, that creates depression. But instead of depression, I would choose positive things. I will call into existence what I want. You will see someday, you will sit, you will walk. So, and then I work towards that end. I did have a time when I was depressed. But what are the good things from depression? I was crying. I didn't even have desire to exercise her. I felt so depressed and helpless, and I understood this is going nowhere, and I decided to get out of it. And when I got out of it, I started to live fully. And I would say, compared to my life before this child, I'm living much less stressful life, more happy life, because now I learned how to create and enhance my own happiness. That's why I would like to appeal to teenagers, to young people. You're just starting your life. Please use every day to your advantage. Pronounce these positive affirmations. Overcome. Do not allow low esteem and take any root in your life. Take it out of your life. And based on the truth of your worth, pronounce the good positive affirmations.